is a Bramble Jam podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm Bran, and I love whatever the heck this is that we're talking about today.
Hi, pip, pip, cheerio, whatever you boy. I despise it.
I'm Alonso, and what the dickens was that? And this
is the Deck Off Mark podcast.
Nope.
There it is.
Mark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh, man. Boy. Alonso, we've made it.
We've reached the top.
We've made it. Well, Ebenezer, throw out Ebenezer. We're finally here. The schedule is out, Alonso.
Yeah, that's right.
We are living our best lives right now.
our lives have meaning once again.
What was the one that stuck out to you? Kind of the shocker, Alonso.
I really did not think that Hallmark was going to get the rights to Paw Patrol. So
the Paw Patrol Christmas special is going to crush.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was possible. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a great point. If you missed it, we went live with Alonso earlier this week to do our first look.
Right.
Before any preview.
Doesn't count as a preview. And I want to be clear, it's also not a kickoff.
It's not a kickoff. It's a first look. It's a live first look. It's live. And you can check that out.
That is different. The first look is different from the kickoff, which is different from the preview, which is different from the recap, which is different from the top and bottom. The ranking, which is different from the top and bottom.
Correct. Yes.
Look, if Hallmark Channel is going to milk Christmas like there's no tomorrow because they know that's their golden goose for the year, I don't see why this program should be any different.
I'm going to go ahead and say this out loud. We do more reaction and preview and looking back on Countdown to Christmas on Deck the Hallmark than ESPN does for the Super Bowl.
Yes, we'll be live beginning. That's true. We are live.
I don't know. What do you like? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we are also officially under 1 month until the marathon begins. So come and hang out with us. What is that? October 17th?
October 17th and 18th.
More information to follow, but we're excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun this year, and hopefully you will join us for it. You know what I'm starting to wonder, Dan, is we got this great background, right? We got which is painted on here. Yes, great work.
Correct.
Victory Gardens came in here and did it. They crushed it. But where's the Christmas tree going to go, you think?
Here's what I was thinking is we don't have one because we record other things here. We don't have to decorate this like it's Christmas.
I don't know what those words mean.
Here's what I can tell you, Brand, is that I'm not going to decorate for Christmas. You can do whatever you'd like here as long as I have a chair.
You won't even help?
I don't think so.
Why not?
It's this does a lot for us. I don't know how we decorate for Christmas and get it on the screen. I mean, down here maybe, like in front of us maybe, but that's it.
Daniel, I think we can all agree from past seasons that it's not really Christmas until the balls come out.
That's not really Christmas till the balls come out. But also, I will say we have regressed in Christmas decorations. If you go back to like some 2021 YouTube, Plum went bonkers noo on the set, like crazy.
That's true.
So, we're classy now. We're classed it up.
I don't know. I think we'll figure out something. I only got a month to figure this out.
It's the tight shot, I think, that represents the challenge. You used to have.
That's right. It used to be a little wider.
Wiggle
Well, and it's higher than it is lower. We used to do the lower, but because of the Bramble Jam
and
Studios
our legs,
logo,
because of the shorts.
Yes, but we used to be able to do a bunch of stuff in front of the desk.
That's right.
Which we don't get anymore, unless we want to bring the camera outside and shoot in to give it enough.
Get a really wide lens.
Yeah. I know that viewers have been asking, it's autumn, where is CC Leaves?
Yeah.
It's not autumn yet. We're still doing the summer movies, aren't we? Like, isn't that the plan?
I thought the groomsman was part of Fall into Love. Thank you.
It is a part. Oh, it's so good to see.
I'm blushing. Can you see I'm blushing?
I can see.
Oh, yeah. Do you like
Yes, I like your big pumpkin.
There's a big pumpkin in it.
Cece, how many pumpkin spice lattes have you had so far this
You'll
season?
drink with me, sweet guy.
I don't appreciate.
You're the sugar in my PSL.
Okay. Alonso, you asked for it.
PSL love you.
This is
PSL love you, Brand.
Speaking for the viewers.
Let's get to speaking of the viewers.
Love us, Brand. They love us.
They love us. Speaking
They're
of.
shipping leaves and Brand.
All right, Cece. God bless.
Brand leaves. Brand leaves his wife for Cece.
All right, we're talking Ebenezer the Traveler today. Ebenezer the Traveler today.
Okay.
December 6th, 2024 is when it premiered, and it
Look
went
at my hair. It's a mess.
a little something like this. The movie starts off. Cece, no more. The movie starts off with a man, Simon Onyx, looking right at the camera and asking us, "What are you doing here?" And yes, we were wondering the same thing. Obviously, we're here to find out what the heck happened to Ebenezer Scrooge after the Christmas Carol, and why the heck is he in present-day Oklahoma? Flashback to London, 1809. We hear the story of the Christmas Carol that catches us all up to speed. You know it. The heartbreak, the partner dies, the three goes to Merry Christmas. We see that he gets back to his house and gets pumped about a quarter that he finds on his porch. And so he puts it in his mouth. The ghosts kill him. He comes face to face with Simon Onyx, who refuses to give him any real answers as to where he is. He explains that he still gets a chance of redemption. Simon opens his book, which is on fire, and suddenly Scrooge disappears. He is sent forward 7 years, and he is standing next to Jacob Marley, Tiny Tim, and Fan. They're all dead, and they explain to him that he has been murdered. The four of them are now dependent on each other for redemption. We also find out that Fan is Ebenezer's sister, that he doesn't remember because I guess he just, I don't know, bad memory. So they wander around purgatory for a while. And they pick up these mirrors that allow them to look in on who they're going to have to save. In this case, a woman named Angel. We are now in Oklahoma, present day. They have to find a bar called the Boar's Den. And Ebenezer immediately gets thrown out of that bar. So they go to talk to Angel's mom to learn more about her. They finally go to Angel's place of work, which is a thrift store run by the same actor who played young Ebenezer Scrooge for reasons that I don't fully understand. She ends up getting fired for being too kind. So she has to go, decides she's going to go to the Boar's Den and ask for a job. The owner says that he's sure that they can come up with something for work for a beautiful woman like her. Shady doings down at the Boar's Den. Knowing that her real dream is to be a singer, Ebenezer and Fan work to make that a reality. They rescue her from the bad guy at the Boar's Den and introduce her to a local music manager that gets her to sing at the big Christmas Eve showcase. And she crushes it. And her life is saved because of it. And so I guess that Scrooge and the others are good. And that,
That's my
friends,
grandson.
was
Ebenezer the
the
Traveler. We did it.
We did do it.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll break this movie down with 4 segments here on Deck the Hallmark.
We're back.
Well, hello everybody. It's been a fun time taking a trip back to 2024 and watching some of these movies that we've missed. We only have one more after this week.
And it is a Civil War musical by someone that stormed the Capitol on January 6th.
Yes. So
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yes, of course.
Allegedly.
Yes. We don't know.
We don't know that.
No, we have no, there's no way to know.
There's some assumptions. But before we do that, we got to talk about Ebenezer the Traveler,
All right.
of course. Let's get into it. Let's start with a hot take. Let's share our thoughts on this movie. Alonso, Ebenezer the Traveler. Yes.
So there's been this trend of late where characters will lapse into the public domain and some producers like, let's put them in a horror movie. So, we've had like these Winnie the Pooh horror movies and Steamboat Willie, and they're tacky and low budget and just generally embarrassing. And I think I would maybe rather watch one of those than this again because oh my God. Between the British accents that make Bran seem like a graduate of the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Pip
for
to you,
starters.
my friend.
Oxford.
Yes.
For starters. And Scrooge lives at the end of A Christmas Carol. Like they mention that he like went on to do good deeds and that Tiny Tim doesn't die and all this stuff.
For
and
a
this
day.
movie doesn't care about that.
He did all that in a day and then died.
Yeah, exactly. This is just plotting and cheap and nonsensical and one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
You're welcome. Yes, it is bad.
Man.
I was pretty shocked at the performances by all, and I will say one thing that is interesting about this movie is, for as bad as it is, it looks okay.
It looks better than like
like a Fireman for Christmas. This movie looks so much better than a
there's
Fireman
no
for
weird
Christmas.
camera falling by
Yes.
accident or microphone in the
Correct.
scene. It passes that.
There's
basic,
no like weird the
Competence is what
by
we're
and
praising
large.
here. Okay.
It looks the same throughout the movie, which is nice. That was nice. But yeah, it is a big swing to decide that they're going to make this movie where they are taking characters from London and transporting them to Oklahoma, even though everybody is clearly from New England. Very weird, very interesting.
Long Island, to be specific.
my God.
Very interesting choice. I don't know why this exists, and I don't know why the guy who played Ebenezer decided to make this movie, because I guess he's the executive producer.
He's the executive producer of the film, so he did fund the movie. Yes.
So no one was going to make him cut off his ponytail.
No one was going to get him to do that. And so, yeah, I did have fun. I had fun, which is always nice.
Had I been in the room with you guys, I think it might have been a more.
I mean, Alonso, he says that.
Dan didn't have fun.
Fireman for Christmas is like 8 minutes long. This movie is like 800 minutes. Like it's an extra half hour on Fireman for Christmas, and you feel the weight of that.
But yeah, not good. Dan?
Yeah, so Alonso sent us a text, a little peek behind the curtain here. Alonso sent us a text that he might not be able to do this recording because he realized he had a conflict in his schedule. And he was like, Dave has volunteered, his husband Dave White has volunteered to join in my stead, but I don't want to put him through it. That was the exact text that I got. And when I saw that text, I was like, oh no, we're in for it. And that is an understatement.
Because Dave did sit through the
Happy Holidays.
Yeah, and this is worse. And here's the thing: much like the main characters in our story, we find ourselves in purgatory. I imagine if John Taffer from Bar Rescue was doing a British accent and trying to be Scrooge. Like, imagine if the guy who looks like a thumb on Bar Rescue, who's yelling and screaming at people, is trying to do a subtle,
layered
British performance. That this
Victorian
movie.
era London.
Yeah. They at times people sound like Marlon Brando in this movie. At times they sound like they are from, some area of New York that is in New York City. I don't know what is supposed to be happening in this movie. This is brutal. And it just kind of sits there. And so the accents are bad. We're not terribly sure what's happening. And then there's a weird thing that happens in the end of this movie that is very akin to That's My Mentor from Christmas in Carolina that I'm sure we'll get into later. This is atrocious. It is way too long. It is terribly. At one point in this movie, I felt like every actor that was new on screen was like, we got to be consistent with how we perform in this movie, and that's bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was like, we don't want to make anybody look bad, so we're all going to be like, it is really feels like the best the cast of Waiting for Guffman could have hoped for. Like, that's what it feels like, is like just a middle America, we're going to put on a show kind of thing.
There is a regional theater aspect of this that's heavy.
That's exactly what it feels like. It's brutal. One of the worst we've ever seen. If you add in the runtime, bottom five for us. Give me the Unicorn Christmas movie over this one any day of the week.
Thank you. It's time for all the feels. We talk about when this movie gives feels. Alonso?
I'm going to slightly disagree with Daniel, and I think there's one performance that actually showed up to play, and that would be Ellen Boskov as Angel's mother. When she is talking to Ebenezer and Fan about the hardships of their family, for a minute I was like, there's a human being in this movie. Like, there's an actual moment of genuine emotion that I thought was being conveyed through all of the, bus and truck dialogue. So I tip my hat to you, Ellen Boskov. You are giving the one performance in this movie.
What is her deal, though? Just
I don't. I'm thrilled that you thought so. She kind of reminded me of the Debbie Downer face. I think that's what got me.
A little bit. I mean, but look, the character is a stone bummer. I mean, I think there's no way to like whackety schmackety that, so she delivered,
I could have used more whackety schmackety.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The people worked hard, I think, and I'm happy. It's good to see people, getting out there and trying.
There were certain parts in this. Are you done?
Yes.
There were certain parts in this movie where the sound got worse, and I was thankful for those moments.
Let's take a break. We'll come back with the Way What and the Hallmark here on
Deck the Hallmark.
Welcome back, everybody. We're talking about Ebenezer the Traveler. Let's get to the Way What. It's where we talk about what in this movie made us go, Way What? I'll start with you, Alonso.
Oh, so many. Let's see. Okay, this was one of my favorite things that I've seen in one of these. So, okay, we are introducing a character and letting you know that he is bad news.
Yep.
And the camera begins with him entering frame, and all you see is like his legs and his shoes. And because this character is bad news, you would think this guy would be wearing like boots, like biker boots or combat boots. Something. This guy enters the frame in hokas. It kind of undercuts the effect.
Timberland.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, his sneaks just got tied. Fan's wig.
Oh my God.
It's so distracting with its like center part, and it just like is all but askew on the actress's head. And then there's finally a moment where she takes it off, and because the character has magically transformed herself into, I guess fittingly for the theme here, cheap Christmas trash. And it's like, oh, yes, this is what this woman's hair is that's been like weirdly covered up by this netting of I don't know what for the rest
At
of the
the end of the movie, Scrooge takes off his hat, and you know why he wore it all movie, because that it was also brutal.
Yeah. Some wild hair choices here. I know that with like time travel and stuff, we have to kind of accept certain things. But boy, Fan and Ebenezer climb into a pickup truck like they've been doing it all their lives.
Yeah, they have.
They
Yeah.
know how the handles
Yeah.
work. It's all like, yep, no problem. I got this. And it made me think about, again, often what is educational about bad movies is that it makes you appreciate the things that better movies do. I was reminded of that great moment in A Biltmore Christmas, where Bethany Joy Lenz gets into a 1940s car, reaches for the seatbelt, and of course it is not there.
Oh, and I guarantee you that was an ad by her. That just seems like something she'd do.
Yeah, a little throwaway moment that like they establishes so much about the characters. These two are like just like ducks to water. We are told that this bar is like scary.
Yeah.
That this bar is
Den.
like you really don't want to, because it's but it seems pretty wholesome when Angel sings.
Yeah.
Like
And
everyone's
pretty
real
great.
chill, and yeah, they're loving it, and it's like
No cat calls. No nothing.
No nothing. And she is wearing jeans, you know. I mean, like this bar has been established as a place where like it should be like when the Blues Brothers play and everybody's throwing beer bottles at them, you know. It is very chill, except for Hoka's guy, who is of course a scary customer. And then you know, Bran saluted everyone for their hard work, and I just want to take a moment to toast the ambitions of the filmmakers who think that not only is this going to be sort of a new twist on Ebenezer Scrooge for the ages, but that they are world building for a franchise. This movie would be a good 15 minutes shorter if we didn't have the ending after where the end is scratched out and replaced with the all new beginning, which is like, no thanks. But then there's like Nick Fury shows up to recruit the Avengers. Like there is a long ass extended post, or you know, during the closing credits thing of like where we're going with this cinematic universe, and it's like, please no, just stop.
Yeah, we'd watch that for sure.
The movie, I knew right away we were in for it when it goes through, you know, the Christmas story, and when Scrooge leaves his nephew's house on Christmas Day, nephew just goes, I'm gonna deadbolt this door. And if you don't deadbolt the door, there's a chance that I don't notice that the door has a deadbolt. But he went out of his way to deadbolt this 1809 door, and just don't do it.
Deadbolt.
Get it? You won't believe this. And there it is. They just wanted me to notice it, and so thank you for that. I do want to give a shout out to this bad guy at the Boar's Den, who he's a bad guy, right?
Really bad guy.
Don't mess with him, and you know that because he gives the cutest kicks I've ever seen in my life. Like he's just like so he takes this guy down.
You can kick me, it won't hurt. Go ahead. It's nothing. It is like the antithesis of bar fight.
It's tough.
Just his stage combat class was all about faking punches. He did not was out there for kick day.
Yes, that is clear.
He skipped leg day.
Yeah. When she gets to sing at the the Christmas Eve thing or whatever, I listen. I'm no I don't know how to do iron. I don't know how to iron things, right?
Yeah, of course not.
But I don't know how you get that many wrinkles on the background. Did you notice this, Alonso?
Oh my
Both
gosh.
of the backdrops had more wrinkles.
They look pleated.
It's almost like it's almost like they added them in post. It's crazy. I don't know how you do that.
At that point, you might as well just make ruffles. Right?
Yeah, I don't know how you do that. And then last but not least, okay, so there is this guy, this older fellow who goes into the thrift store that Angel's
And
working
he doesn't
at.
have $17.95.
He doesn't have the money
Yeah.
for the train. And so she says, oh, will you look at that? It's actually $15. He gets to buy it. She then has this conversation with the guy who plays young Ebenezer. I don't know why he's there. It doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. I don't know. At the end of this movie, though, this old guy shows up and is like, hey, look at me. It's me. And then he's like, that's my grandson. I don't know what happened.
He
I don't
legitimately
know.
says something about the boy.
Yes.
And then said, that's my grandson. And we couldn't figure out heads or tails what that means.
Who is he and what was that, Alonso?
Who is his grandson?
By that point, I was half like it's elsewhere. I couldn't tell you, but I mean, logistically, it would have to be at least his great grandson, probably.
Who?
What guy? What kid?
What kid?
Well, who is that? Who?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because it's like if the only kid in this movie is Angel's kid,
Yeah.
Right.
but Angel would have recognized this man, right, as her dad, or
Well, maybe the dad's dad, and then she wouldn't.
I guess if it was a one nighter, you don't know the dude's family at all, and this guy. I don't know. I guess that could be.
Maybe.
I guess that could be.
man.
I don't know. The whole thing.
It was very confusing.
And do you know, like, you picked up on the fact that the other worker at the thrift store was young Ebenezer, right, Alonso?
Yeah, and I just figured that they were trying to make a thematic link to him being like cheap and miserly and cruel at Christmas.
They did it.
It's an eternal circle, man.
Yeah. Dan?
I don't have many more, actually. It was just tough to pay attention in this movie. But at one point early on, Scrooge does deliver the line, whatever your boy needs. And he does so with an accent that's supposed to be British. Whatever your boy needs.
Hip-hop Scrooge.
I get the feeling that the scene at the beginning on Christmas morning before they go to purgatory was filmed in the dead of summer because the trees are green everywhere. And if the whole movie was like that, that would make sense. But as soon as they get to purgatory, all the trees are bare. And they clearly had to film it at a different time. And I would just like more information. That might be what the hallmark, I guess. I don't know. The woman who sings is like, I don't think it can get much worse. And then the response is, oh, it can always get worse. But then again, it will always get better. What are you talking about? It doesn't, sometimes things just get worse. Is he talking about his own journey versus theirs? You mentioned this. We have to briefly talk about how quickly they adapt to modern culture. At one point, he says he gives a British coin to the Santa, and they're like, oh, so it's worth more than that. He goes, yeah, I think it's worth probably $200 or $300 American dollars. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What info has he been given?
You just got here. How do you know the
And
exchange
you mean $200 or
rate?
$300 American dollars in your era or in this one?
But also, how do you know what an exchange rate is? How do you know what that is?
Well, he's a shrewd businessman.
I don't know what you're talking about. What? You don't even know how dollars work, but he does. But then he walks into a 2024 coffee shop and gets 2 teas and a pastry for $5.74. That's a steal, gang. They're giving them away.
Give him away.
There's at least a free pastry involved there, if not more.
Yeah, you
$5.74.
He used his points. He put in his phone number into the thing, and it's like, you want to redeem your points?
Yeah, the app.
This movie features a scene where a woman, you want to talk about a don't make me sing scene. She decides it's a little cold outside. I'm going to pop into this abandoned theater, get on stage, and belt out a solo, which is something that she does.
As you do.
That's right. When Fan changes clothes, like magically changes clothes into modern day attire to, I guess, seduce these guys or at least distract them. The camera shots that we use, like, settle down, Tarantino. It was absurd.
Pure Flix was on board with this movie till that scene, and they were like, even that for us.
Yeah.
I've never.
You gotta pick a
there
lane.
has to be a directorial note that says hold at the midsection, because it'd be one thing if it was just like a pan up, which is like
Right.
a class. This kind of pans and then stops before it gets to her face. It was weird, man.
We've been trying to objectify her the whole movie, but she's been wearing a bustle.
That's right. Yeah. We got our chance
We
now.
have one scene. Got to make the most of it.
It's unbelievable. That is all I got.
It's time for What the Hallmark Is, where we wonder what could have been, maybe happened, get some clarity to any questions that we still have about this movie that was answering questions that we still had from Christmas Carol. So be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, no, I don't want to even tempt fate because they think they've got sequels coming, and I beg them to reconsider.
Why is Tiny Tim here?
Yeah, no kidding.
Why is Tiny Tim?
Why does he have to be redeemed?
Why
Yeah.
is Tiny Tim in purgatory? Like, I don't know by which this movie, what religion they seem to follow. I don't know what they're trying to do here, right, with this. But I don't know. Purgatory seems like everybody else there. I don't really know Fan story either, but everybody else there needed
Bears
to be
the chains they forged
They
in life
needed to be redeemed by the choices that they made in life. Is there another chance for you?
This
Tiny
is a very
Tim,
Calvinist take on the Scrooge tale.
Tiny Tim
is just totally depraved. He just was born that way. There's nothing he can do.
But my guy had a tough go of it, right? And clearly, even though I guess, doesn't need the crutch anymore, still died at a young age as a teenager. What did he do? Did he
Because the other Cratchits obviously made it all the way through.
I guess so. Did he did his leg get healed and then he turn into a complete bully? A nemesis to society?
A nemesis?
A nemesis.
What's a nemesis? Is that a thing? A nemesis?
Nemesis.
A nemesis.
A nemesis.
There it is.
Is that not a saying? A nemesis to society?
A nemesis?
Menace to
A
society.
menace. Yeah.
Okay. At least I figured it out.
Well, actually, Alonso.
I knew we'd get there.
That's right.
Maybe he started kicking people.
And then you can't do that. You can't
with the healthy leg.
But I don't like to put Tiny Tim here in purgatory and then not give us anything about why the heck he's there is wild. Like,
it's just like, why not? He's public domain too. Let's throw him in. People love him.
Crazy. Dan?
Sorry, I was just thinking about that Jada Pinkett Smith, Samuel L. Jackson movie, Nemesis to Society. It was a really great one.
Is that a movie?
Menace to Society is a movie.
Okay.
Yeah. The grandson was mine. I don't really have another one, but please don't make any more of these. Whatever you do, don't make any more of these. Don't do it.
Okay.
Please.
I'll put the word in.
Thank you.
I'll see what I
Civil
can.
War musical next week. But next week I've been promised by Brandon if he's lying,
Yeah.
he's dying.
Okay.
What next week's movie is like a cool 70 minutes or something like that?
It is shorter. Yes.
Okay.
Now it's called Civil Christmas.
Yeah.
And I don't know my understanding based off of what it was classified as genres is that it's a musical, but I haven't watched the movie. I don't want everybody to get their hopes up that it's a musical. I don't want everybody to get their hopes
That's
up.
what we're getting our hopes up
Yes.
about.
Why? I don't want. Yeah, it's an hour and 10 minutes. It's an hour 10 minutes.
Hour 10, and the credits are going to be 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So it's almost a short.
Yeah. just
I
don't.
was just thinking there's a Civil War musical. Do you guys know a movie called oh shoot,
Wait for it.
Irreconcilable Differences?
Nope.
No.
It's a Drew Barrymore comedy when she was a little kid, and it's about she's trying to divorce her parents because they're not getting along, and her parents are basically based on the real life couple Peter Bogdanovich and Polly Platt, and Peter Bogdanovich at one point leaves Polly Platt for Sybil Shepherd, puts her in a Cole Porter musical that flopped, and this movie's version of that is that Ryan O'Neal leaves Shelley Long for Sharon Stone and then puts her in a Civil War musical that flops.
I love it.
Guys, we'll see what happens.
There's only one way to find out.
We will see what happens. I mean, there are a lot of songs on IMDb here.
I don't want to know anymore.
I don't know.
Just let me be
But
surprised.
yes, let's what is it? JPR? Let JPR cook. Is that the guy?
JPR cook, man.
Let him cook. So join us.
That's what we've always
Join
said.
us next week for that. Until then, may we be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks, a Bramble Jam podcast. It's produced by Brandon Gray and the Bramble Jam Podcast Network Studios. For more information on our podcast, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. Find information on the host, videos, and a lot more. To listen to every episode ad-free of Deck the Hallmark, you can go to BrambleJamPlus.com.